Hi everyone, I'm Angela. Welcome and welcome back to Angela's Fashion Mix. I hope you've had a fantastic day and thanks for being here. If you are new, welcome to the channel. This is where I talk about fashion and how I enjoy my wardrobe day to day. And hopefully along the way you can pick up a style tip or something that helps you enjoy yours as well. So in this video, I'm sharing a couple of new bags and I'm also sharing my outfit of the day for Sunday. As I mentioned in my short, I hope you saw it. I was trying to decide what to wear for Black History Month for the choir for this particular Sunday, as the theme or the print or the color selection was for us to wear African print. So I did not want to wear what I wore last year, and so I had to kind of start thinking about what that was going to look like, as I knew I was going to have to either buy it or make it. And I was talking to my friend from home, and I was on my way to Joanne on the phone call, and she says that Roses has a lot of animal print pieces. So I kind of took a detour. I said, worst case scenario, I don't find anything at Roses, I'll continue to go to Joann's. Well, I got to Roses, and as she said, they had a decent selection of different pieces. And while I was standing there just trying to figure out how to come up with my look, because they did have some two-piece sets, but I either didn't like the print, because the thing is, even though I was buying it for an occasion, I would want something even in that to be able to wear another time. And I didn't want to put a lot of money into it because it's an African print. I'm not going to wear it very often. So I started to look around and I started to see different things. And as you saw in my short, this is what I came up with. And in case you did not see my short, I purchased two identical skirts and did not really have a plan when I bought the skirts, but I did like the print. You know, I'm partial to this shade of green. I love fuchsia and there's orange in it. So I felt like even after the choir moment, I still could use this for something else. And it's a maxi, so that works as well. The other thing about this is that it has pockets. We have pockets. So I love that about it. When I got home and trying to figure out now what to do with this, as I committed to in the store that I should be able to create something with these two pieces. They are very much full of a lot of options, and there's a lot of fabric here. So true to form with the maxi skirts, I felt like I could come up with something. And worst case scenario, I just wear the skirt. That was the fallback plan. But I started to kind of play with them a little bit. And as you see here in this photo, just trying to see what I could come up with. So none of what I tried, and I actually considered what it would look like to go with the skirt with a black top and a head wrap. I did not like that look. And for the look that you just saw, I was not overly fond of that either. So I kind of started to process and just kind of trying the pieces on. So what I did, I started to kind of look around at what I already have. And as you all know, I really do like ponchos. So what this kind of in this shape felt like to me was a poncho. How do I create the armholes? So let me just kind of show you what I did to kind of get to where I ended up. So I just put this on, and the waistband, of course, becomes the neckline. I didn't have any armholes. I really didn't want to deconstruct the skirt, but I did need to figure out how to put armholes in here without disturbing the pocket. In the event this did not work and I still have the extra skirt that I could use, I still wanted to know that the pockets were still going to be there. And I did not video this portion, but simply what I did was laid it out on the island, and I figured out where the pockets were. And of course the pockets are too high for what would be an armhole, even if I decided to do that. So I went a few inches below the pocket, and I just simply cut a slither to be wide enough for my arms. And that's how this portion came to be. So if you followed closely in my short, what I did was I took a basic black skirt because I wanted something underneath the poncho, because even though the skirt fell to my knee, with movement I wasn't sure how that was going to look, and with sitting down and getting up and that kind of thing, I needed something underneath, so I decided to put on a skirt. So I didn't put it over a dress because the length for my dresses weren't short enough. This was a long skirt, but I pulled it up to get the length that I wanted, and it stayed. The elastic was fitting across my bust, and it stayed. Had no problems with that slipping or anything. And then this fell where I needed it to fall. So there's one slight little space in the photos that you can see it from the back, but that was fine. I was totally fine with that. So that's why I went with the skirt. So technically, I wore 3 skirts today in one outfit. That's what happened. So that's how I created the look with this. And then I took the second skirt and I decided I would go with a head wrap for this one. And the most challenging part of it was to get all of this skirt on top of my head so that it did not look like it was a mound sitting on top of my head. I did want it to have a little bit of style and flair to what the end result was, and it worked out well. This fabric is pretty lightweight, and it has a little bit of satiny softness to it. So very easy to handle, but I had to really manipulate it to get it to fall the way I wanted it in my final look. So that is where that came from. The other thing I had to work around with regard to the skirt is they came with ties or a self belt. So I just cut those off. I might can use them for a twilly or something later, but they were interfering with how this piece was coming together. So we got that done. That was my look. I'm quite pleased at how it turned out. So on some other random occasion that I might need to have an African print outfit, I might can work something else with these 2 pieces for a different look. So that's that. I'm also sharing a new in item. You all know that I wanted a chrome shoe, and these you've seen before, and I now have a chrome bag to go with my shoes, and I absolutely love the bag. And one thing I love about it is the shape. I like how this indents here in the center. It's a snap closure, and it has a patch pocket. It has a zipper compartment as well as a center zipper compartment. It's by INC. I got it at Macy's, and it was regularly $79, and I paid with tax. I paid $52.24. It was on sale for $49, and it comes with an adjustable strap that's also detachable. So I love that. So that is bag number 1. I've often suggested that you visit stores, boutiques of all kinds to see what they have. And I knew about a particular boutique that I'd gone to before. And actually in that location, they had a store that sold African prints. But a lot of those dresses were fit for people this size. So I couldn't find anything there, which is why I ended up heading to Joann's. And in that mall, there is a suite of boutiques. I went there, I don't know, I went there a couple of weeks ago. I didn't realize they moved, so I went to the new location. And in the new location, which is considerably larger, it's all handbags and a few accessories. They don't sell jewelry and things like that, but they do sell sunglasses. So I found a new replica bag. It is a Louis Vuitton bag, and I love the color combination. I thought this was really nice with the canvas strap. And I typically prefer a bag that has the muted logos. And as this one does, the brand is written here on the canvas strap. And on the interior, there is a zipper compartment. There are patch pockets and the red lining. And again, this is a replica bag. In terms of price, this was just under $150 for a replica bag. We don't mind that at all. So we do love that. And of course, it came with a dust cover. So we'll hold on to that. Also mentioned here with regard to stuffing bags. I've seen all kinds of things stuffed in bags. But for me, to have the easiest thing, these bags that you get from different brands that have sturdiness to them, they're durable, they have a zipper component. I typically will stuff the bag. I like the uniformity of this, and then I make it my stuffing. So it's just one piece, and it fits quite nicely, and you can shape it however you need to. So that I do like about being able to reuse those bags for that purpose. So this is my new bag. And I hope there are some takeaways for you in this video. One, to just think outside of the box when it comes to the pieces that are in your wardrobe or things that you need to create for something specific. And the reason why, I'll back up for just a moment, the biggest reason why I went this direction versus going to Joann, two things, is I felt like what they had in store at Rose's would provide a variety of different prints versus what was going to be available based on my prior experience in Joann. So usually there's 3 or 4, maybe 5 different things at Joann, whereas Rose's had a variety. The other reason is because I wanted to really try and create something that I didn't have to sew. So that worked out great. So if you have not subscribed, do consider subscribing. If you are new here, I invite you to take a look at prior videos so you can really see what goes on here at Angela's Fashion Mix. And I hope that you pick up a tip that will help you enjoy your wardrobe more. Until next time, everyone have a fantastic start to your week. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, be well, be safe, and we'll see you in the next video.